Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week this is for mid-April 2023. We're just going to jump right in here. You have this Money Manager card. It says, expect positive financial change in your life. It says, enjoy your hard work is now paying off. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I definitely feel everybody, by the way, everybody has had really good financial cards for the middle of the month. So there clearly could be some sort of positive change going on, or at least for the first four signs that I read for, water and you, there could be some sort of positive change in your finances. And I definitely like the look of that. The Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but as I always say, the Seven of Swords is really a card of tactics, and he is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background of the card, and he's doing that so he's going to war, but he's not going to war by clashing with that army head on. He's making sure that they can't use those swords in battle. So, to me, the Seven of Swords is a card of doing things differently, coming up with different ways of attacking your business or your career, or doing things differently to make more money or whatever the case may be. And so, number one, going this way, I would say that teamwork would be very beneficial for you, and also following your heart as well. The Ace of Cups, can be love, of course, but really it can represent your heart. It can say that, that you should follow what your heart is telling you to do. And there might be a lot of opinions around you. You have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups here. So there might be a lot of people who are like, no, do this, do that, or don't do this, don't do that. And I feel like you need to listen to yourself. I would be careful of a past person. I mean, going this way, I do not like this. This could be a person who's holding on to you. I'm not worried about it because you do end with the Nine of Pentacles, which tells me that you're really focusing on yourself, and you're, probably just, kind of protecting yourself at this time. But again, this could be a past person trying to come back. It could be someone you're married to. So if you're still married to a person that you're separating from or something, again, I don't think anything bad is going to happen. I just think that Mercury retrograde this part of the month, they could just be, kind of stirring the pot, so to speak, right? For others, I feel that this is talking about breaking rules. I feel like every single reading I do for you, there's something about breaking rules coming up. The Hierophant represents, or I should say it could represent, kind of thinking outside the box, or needing to think outside the box for some improvements. You have the Page of Swords here. I don't know. I would be careful of immature people as well as what I'm getting, for sure. If you have people around you who are immature, or who are immature, for whatever reason, it's popping into my head that they could get you in trouble this month. Maybe not real trouble, as in with the law, but I'm talking about trouble with other people or something like that, or they're just trying to cause trouble. So anyone you've dealt with that's immature, I don't like delivering warning messages, because number one, it's there are always things that we could need to be warned about. To me, it's very obvious tarot, basically. But number two, I don't think life is that dramatic. But what I would say is I would avoid anyone who, what I'm getting here is that I would avoid people who are unlucky. It's sometimes I think unlucky people are unlucky for a reason, because they don't prepare, they don't learn from their mistakes, and all this other stuff. And I'm not saying you have to cut anyone out of your life, but I would just be careful who you're surrounding yourself with, because you don't want that bad luck rubbing off on you, right? With the Seven of Swords, you have the you have the Emperor. It is interesting. I get someone throwing a temper tantrum here. Again, if you have someone who's overly emotional, could be a past lover, they could be throwing a temper tantrum, trying to get attention. And again, I would just ignore it, or I would block them, or do whatever you have to do here. So I feel like they're trying to control the situation. This feels very minor to me. It's minor major. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but it's one of those things. If you ignore it, I think it's going to be just going to zip right by. I feel like if you feed the energy, if you feed this fire right here, then it's going to blow up into something that it doesn't need to turn into. So again, if you have anyone, it doesn't even have to be a lover, could just be a person who's throwing a temper tantrum in your life, I would just completely ignore it. With the Hierophant, you have the Seven of Wands. Yes, I would protect yourself at this time. Seven of Wands is defending your position at the top of a hill. For some of you, I'm getting that you could have a genius idea this month with the Hierophant, and I would keep it to yourself. I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently. Seven of Wands is defending your position at the top of a hill. It's also a card of conviction. So if you have some sort of genius idea or a good idea this month for the rest of the month, I'm shooting this on the 7th and it's going to go live on the 8th. So even early, this reading is meant for the 15th on, but I would say, whenever you watch it for the rest of the month, I would keep any ideas that you have to yourself. Because again, it looks to me, just looking around here, you could have some sort of genius idea and you don't want someone else to steal it, right? With the Page of Swords, you have the Temperance card. Yeah, like I said, it kind of says again, it makes perfect sense with what I just said. Temperance is like this or that. It is, you can turn a negative into a positive or a positive into a negative. It's like, but what matters is the side that you feed, And so I kind of get that feeling here where you need to be careful, like especially if you have a person who's unlucky or whatever, giving them energy, because I feel like you're giving them energy. Literally. It's like, you could be dealing with an energy vampire going this way, devil. So if you have a person like that, I would definitely avoid that person. Next, for the unexpected, you have this block crown chakra card. It says, basically, to heal your crown chakra, practice living a minimalist life. Use crystals or go outside to help you experience spiritual growth and feel more connected to the universe. So, that could be a good idea. I'm also getting like meditation. I'm also getting that. Here's the other thing that's popping into my head as the most important. If you feel like your intuition is blocked, this is what you need to pay attention to, is the sun. The sun shines a light on things that we need to pay attention to. Sometimes I think that that's part of our intuition. It's like we might develop a new interest all of a sudden. We might notice that we keep getting recommended things on social media about like some sort of topic. I feel like this is saying if you pay attention to that, then that's like the universe guiding you. And if you pay attention to it, I feel like you're unblocking your crown chakra, your intuition, If you don't, then I feel like you're ignoring it. So I kind of feel like it's partially saying that. You have the Four of Pentacles here. I'm also getting that if you're in a situation with a person who has an ego, that their ego maybe has kind of kept you blocked. I'm wondering if this is like some sort of trauma bond as well for some of you, where it's like maybe a person has got you in this cycle where they like give you attention and then pull away, give you attention and pull away. I feel like once you finally separate away from it, you're going to notice that it's really an addiction. I feel like you're going to notice that you're really just addicted to the yo-yo. Right? So that's what's going on here. Next, you have the Three of Pentacles. Again, money looks pretty good. Everybody's had something about like increasing their finances. I kind of feel like there could be extra things that you could do. I'm pretty sure I said this to you recently in like one of your last readings, that there could be like an extra opportunity, an opportunity to, pick up some overtime, an opportunity to do something extra at work or in business. I think that would be really good for you. If you're doing anything involving attention as well to the sun, if you're on YouTube, if you have a podcast, if you give speeches or any of that, this right here is like profits, very successful, very good at energy. You have the King of Wands as well. I do feel like this could be a new person that you're attracting into your life as well. Could be a fire sign. Could be any sign. You have basically everything here. Could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Could be anything. But I feel like there's going to be a lot of desire between the two of you. So like I just get strong, I just get strong desires basically. Let's see. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Could be a Capricorn coming in for you as well. I think I said that. But I also feel like this is something new that you need to get started on. At the same time, I wouldn't rush it though, Virgo. Like normally, I don't like the Knight of Pentacles because he's like a little bit slow. But here's what I am getting is if you have a business and you're taking it in a new direction, keep it to yourself, like I said a second ago. But I also feel like maybe you're developing a plan. Maybe you're kind of putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And that's exactly what I would be doing here. Just, keep doing that. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Death card. For some of you, I feel like you're just transitioning. Three of Pentacles can be kind of like going from one thing to another. He has also completed the work here. He is done, building something beautiful. So for some of you, it's like, I kind of feel that, where it's like maybe you've completed something in your life and you're just moving on to the next stage. With the King of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, there is something here about like letting go of the past a little bit. So, if you're still holding on to something from the past, that could be the thing that is blocking your intuition, especially if you feel like you are addicted to a person or have been addicted to a person. Again, obviously take your time to heal and all that other stuff, but I feel like letting it go would be beneficial. Next, You have this August card. It says, you will find your pack. It says, charity, friendship, loyalty, act with sincerity and without condition. Yeah, there is something about being sincere here. There's some sort of change, I feel like, happening like June, July, August. You're not the only person to get cards like this. Again, the first 3 readings I did, the water signs, every single one, I'm pretty sure, had some sort of card of like June, July, August. So, there could be some major change going on in the world that leads to a lot of success for you, or that leads to you surrounding yourself with better people, whatever the case may be. You have the Devil, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups. Again, I would be careful of this Devil person if you have a Devil person in your life. I also feel that, again, I always say that these people have animal horns on their head. The animal horns represent our baser instincts, like our root chakra energy. I always say that devil, we have to bring that energy up to our head and express it out into the world. You have that blocked crown chakra card. So for some of you, it's almost like something creative wants to be expressed. And I feel like I say this to you all the time now. So if I'm not wrong about that, then I would definitely say I feel like there's something that needs to be expressed into the world. It could be like you creating a piece of art. It could be you putting out a YouTube video, or sharing some ideas that you have with people who matter to you, or whatever the case may be. I would do it. It's like the expression of something is probably going to be the thing that sets you free here, Virgo. So don't be afraid to express yourself. You have the Sun, so tons of happiness. Again, the Sun kind of makes the whole entire reading more positive. I do feel like the Sun is saying that, again, I do feel like there's something you need to pay attention to. The Sun shines a light on the things that we need to pay attention to in life. And it's like something is trying to get your attention. I do feel like the universe is kind of trying to get your attention, trying to get you to pay attention to something. It could be like a new direction in your life, a new idea, something that excites you, something that makes you happy. So, that's what I do there. You have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is your heart. And, again, number one, I do feel like there's a little bit of love here if you want it. But really, I feel like this is talking about your heart. I feel like it's talking about something that you could do all day long. You can see here that this cup is overflowing, but it's a self-filling cup. It's got the water below it. So it can easily fill itself up, and it never runs out of energy. I feel like it's like saying to me that it's really important that any situation you enter into this month, for the rest of the month, that you really make sure it's something that fulfills you, that you could do all day long, whether it's a job, a business, a relationship, whatever. I feel like that fulfillment part of it is like super important. So, that's what I'd pay attention to here. With the Devil, you have the Two of Pentacles. This is like an easy choice, honestly. I mean, sometimes I feel like the Two of Pentacles is juggling a decision, but I always say that the solution with the Two of Pentacles is to pick the new path. And right next to it, you have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, to me, is the card of newness, the card of doing something new, doing something different with your life. So I feel like, obviously, doing something new, doing something different would be extremely beneficial for you, like in work and business and all other areas of your life. With the Sun, you have the Ace of Wands. I thought you had two aces for some reason. Oh yeah, duh. You have the Ace of Cups right below it, right here. So 2 aces to me is a definite yes to any question that I have not answered. The Ace of Wands is a lot of desire as well. So if you're looking for love, I do feel you could be attracting a person where it's like the two of you have a lot of desire for each other. I also feel that the Ace of Wands could be creativity. Of course, we talked all about this, and it looks to me like some of you are creating something literally. Like you literally could be creating a piece of art, like I said, or something creative, like a YouTube video or something like that. And if you are, I feel like there's a lot of success there. With the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is a card of carrying a heavy burden. And it's a card that says you're almost at the end of a long journey. That's kind of like the feeling I get for you here, Virgo. I feel like you're wrapping up a long journey, or you're wrapping something up that has, taken up a lot of time in your life. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Aquarius card. It says rebellion. It says think outside the box and stretch the boundaries of what could be. Yeah, like I said, I really feel a lot of you are taking your business or whatever in a new direction. And if you're doing that, I feel kind of like trying new things, experimenting. That's where all the success is going to come from for you. I feel like you're going to have, some hits and some misses, of course. That's just how life works. But I feel it doesn't matter. It's like, I feel like the more you swing the bat, the better of a chance you have to have a home run, right? So I feel like there are a lot of home runs, but there might be a lot of misses too. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it and be like, oh, everything's going to be perfect. No, far from it. I mean, just based off the astrology. But again, be brave. The people who swing the bat the most over the next 10 years are going to be crazy successful. Obviously, the people that won't. It's just that simple. So, don't be afraid to take those chances. Don't be afraid to do some, off the wall stuff. I mean, just look at my channel. look at half the stuff I do, right? In my newsletter and everything. And it's like, again, I live this. I do it. So, again, I can't stand when people say, do as I say, not as I do. I actually do it. Right? And I think you should do it too, Virgo, because again, this is what's waiting for you. 9 of Pentacles. You have the 3 of Wands, 3 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. This is coming up in the good stuff. So it's going to be good no matter what. It looks to me like you could be turning around your financial status just by, taking some bigger risks or doing some things that you've never done before, or, doing some off the wall stuff in your business, whatever the case may be. I do also feel there could be love coming in for you. I'm a little bit worried about love for you. Not like worried about it, but just, I would be careful. This to me looks like 2 people who are left out in the cold. So you could be attracting a person who is also left out in the cold. And so I feel like you both need to make sure that you're healed. It's coming up in the good stuff, but it is popping into my head that you need to make sure that you're like, don't overgive in this situation, and make sure that there's balanced, equal give and take. Make sure this person isn't stuck to the past, like all that other good stuff. I feel like you'll be fine because you have the 3 cups, which is going to be a celebration, happiness, getting together with people. I feel like this is one person, and I do feel it's a new person, like I said. It looks like a very good connection to me. It's showing up as 3 people, which is interesting. I'm wondering, this person could have a child, number one. It might not be a child, though. It might be, I kind of get that this person could just be, they could have like a lot of moving parts, is what I feel like saying. But I feel like they are just, kind of maybe like not well, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. They're not like bipolar or anything like that. I just think that they are kind of have a vibrant personality. Let's put it that way. And so you could feel like you're dating like 2 people, right? Maybe they kind of have 2 different sides to them. I feel like it's good though. I think they're just like complex. Let's put it that way. And again, it's coming up in the good stuff, so I'd say it's probably a good thing. It could be a person you've met before. I don't think you were with this person, but I do think it's a person that you have either met or you have socialized with this person. You have the 9 of Pentacles as well. So again, I feel like you're very focused on your independence, and I also feel like you're greatly increasing your skills with this card. 9 of Pentacles is a card of skills. She has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot represent something that requires a lot of skill to grow. So I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of like developing skills in work or business that could make you very successful. With the 9 of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles. All these aces, damn, love it. 3 aces. Really good, very good for any new beginnings. I always say the 9 of Pentacles is my card of newness. The Ace of Pentacles is like a garden, right? She has a garden behind her, and the Ace of Pentacles is something that needs to be nurtured. So I kind of feel like there could be a really big opportunity, definitely an outside-the-box opportunity that you're going to want to pay attention to, different than what you've done before. It doesn't matter, based off this outside-the-box card. So I feel like this could be an opportunity that kind of takes your life in a new direction. Maybe it's love that that kind of is just different than what you thought, or it's a business that's different than you thought. I think it's going to be a good thing, whatever it is. With the 3 of Cups, you have the 4 Swords. Definitely a time of recovery for you. It's a time of recovery for everyone. Mercury retrograde, do whatever you can to heal yourself. Do whatever you can to recover from anything, health, business, whatever. Take those times. I think it's super important during retrogrades, and I always do this. I take like extra time to sleep, extra time to take care of myself, all that stuff. With the 5 of Pentacles, you have the 5 of Swords. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff. I think that you have been left out in the cold in love. I feel like a person coming in has been left out in the cold in love. So there could be a lot of similarities here. I would, again, just make sure that these similarities don't cause problems. Definitely could be a fire sign. You have a lot of fire here. It could be any sign, but fire stands out. You have the shield card, says you need to defend yourself. Yes, you need to defend yourself from this bozo right here. You have the Seven of Wands right here. So again, I don't think you have to do anything to defend yourself other than put up boundaries. And, again, if someone's crossing those boundaries, block them, plain and simple. You have this ladder card. It says climbing towards success. I do see a ton of success coming in for you, just in general, especially if you're kind of doing some off the wall, outside the box stuff. You have this dog barking. It says advice from a friend. I would say anyone who you look up to would be a good person to get advice from. Again, I wouldn't be sharing your ideas here. It is popping demand is very important that you don't give too much away. But at the same time, if you have a person that you really trust, I feel like they could be giving you good advice. You have this chair-filled card that says someone new is entering into your life. Basically, we talked about this. I feel like this is a very loyal person. That August card has a dog on it. You have the dog here as well. Dogs represent companionship. Oh, no, you don't have the Fool card. Never mind. I thought you had the Fool for some reason. But, normally there's a dog on the Fool. But regardless, I feel a very kind of nurturing person. You have this Nest card. It says an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Yes, if you're attracting a person who you want to have a family with, I think that's going to be important. I also kind of am getting here on this card that someone that you could be attracting has a very positive family background. It's like the family they come from. Maybe it's a very positive type of environment that they grew up in. And, again, I feel like that will be beneficial for you as well. I want to see, you have this card, this trouble accusations card. This has come up for you before. So some of you, again, I would put up boundaries against a past person if you have to. Yeah, you have this flowers card, happiness, it says. So definitely a new person, more happy. But looks pretty good here, Virgo. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your month.